Good evening, everyone. How are you? It is Thursday, May 7th. I had to look at my calendar, y'all. The months and the days are just going by like I'm sleeping right on through them. How are you this evening? It is wonderful to be back with you. I want to take a moment and let people come on in and give them an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Let me stop. Y'all can't hear me. I would have music in. I want to take the opportunity to stop right now and give you a moment to make sure that you subscribe to this channel, Walking Through the Fire. Without you, there is no me. And without me, no walking through the fire. So again, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and you share this channel. That's what makes this get into the social media algorithm so people are aware of our conversation. When they're scrolling, this will pop up on their feed. Anytime they put the word fire in, it'll pop up on their feed. We want them to, even when they put walk in, we gonna pop up on their feed. Why? Because we have great conversations over here. So I want to give you that moment. And again, once you come in the room, just say, hey, let me know who's here. Let me know who is here in the room. I'll give you just a couple of minutes. Make sure anytime within this conversation on tonight, if you got a question, if you got a comment, make sure you put it in the comments so we can look at it on this evening. The key word tonight is engage, engage, engage. All right, guys, we're going to get started here. Remember, please subscribe, like, and share. You guys, you got a couple of minutes to get people on here. Just say, hold on, y'all, my guest is here. Hold on. Hi, D.
Hi, baby. How are you doing?
I am good. We're just getting started here. We're going to
Okay,
give people a couple of minutes to come on in.
good.
I just told them, please make sure that if they have any questions or comments, to
Mhm.
make sure they put it in the feed on tonight, and we'll
Okay,
make sure we answer it as we go along.
most definitely.
And I told them engaging is the most important thing. That is
That
what
is.
gets this into the algorithm. So when
Y-
people start scrolling late night and they put in the word fire, this what's gonna come
Yes,
up. When they
yes.
put in the word walk, this is what's gonna come up.
Hmm. Let's get it done.
Well, welcome everyone to Walking Through the Fire LLC. I am your host, Crystal Majors, and this is a platform where we talk to real people using real life experience to help each other and the coming generation toward the goal of reaching our next. I want to thank first and foremost all of my followers, all of my subscribers that follow me and engage with me on other platforms. I thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for rocking with me. And we ain't done yet. It's just getting started. The best is yet to come. But without further ado, I want to introduce tonight my special guest, Miss Debra Gray. Please
Hey.
welcome her. I got something for you, girl. Hold on, girl. Look.
Okay.
There we go. So welcome.
Ooh, welcome, babe. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. I thank you for accepting the invitation. Listen, people, she has an amazing story that I want us to sit back, let her share. We're gonna have a good conversation, get to know Miss Gray on tonight. And I'm just going to put the disclaimer out there, okay? If I ask a question and you don't want to answer it, say,
Okay.
Crystal, move on. I don't want to answer it, okay? We
Fine
going
with
to keep
me.
it holy and decent and in order over here, but we going to
Okay.
have a good conversation. And I'm going to put something on your mind, my mind, and their mind.
Thank you.
You know, I have been knowing Debra for years, probably 20 plus years. And like I stated, this platform is to give people an opportunity to tell their story. Everybody has had a walking through the fire moment. Either you
Yes.
had it, you've been in it, or live a little longer and you gonna go through it. Okay.
That's it.
And so with that being said, the first thing that I want to do, Debra, is just to let the people in a little insight about who you are. So I'm just gonna ask some introductory preliminary
Okay.
questions. Is that okay?
Fine with me.
All right. Now I know some of us melanated ladies don't like for people to ask our age, but can I ask you, how old are you?
30. No, I'm,
Come on.
no, I'm 48.
You 48. Well, you
Yeah.
look 30. Let me say that. You
Thank
look 30.
you. Thank you.
You look
I,
30.
I always say 21. I'm like, I don't know who had my 32-year-old, 33-year-old daughter. I don't know
And
who had
listen,
her.
I could remember back in the day, I think it had to be when I was 36. Somebody asked me, it was my birthday. Somebody asked me how old I was. I had been lying for so long. I really forgot how old I was. I had to say, wait a minute, and count in my head, like, when was I born? At that
No, for
moment,
real.
no, seriously, at that moment, that's when I said, you know what? I'm done lying. I'm going to embrace this baby with this age because
Yes.
wisdom and knowledge. And you know what they say, it gets greater later. So,
Like, it does. And we
so
done been through some things. So,
yes.
hey,
And listen, and I know I ain't by myself on here. A lot of people we've gone to school with or grown
mhm,
up together, and we the
yes.
same age or younger. They look like, baby, they didn't had a hard life.
They done been, yes,
They
yes.
would say they done been through
And
some
you know what?
things.
They have come up to me like, Debra Gray, we went to school together. I'm like, I thought you went to school with my mother. No,
Yeah.
like, what? I'm
Did you
like, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
did you say
Thank
my
you.
mother,
I thought you
honey?
went to school with my, you gotta be kicking 70.
I'm telling you, look like they have lived a
Yes.
hard life.
I'm
So I
like,
thank God for rejuvenation. You girl.
ain't good
Okay.
genes. Look, ain't good genes.
Okay. So do you have any, let's talk about family. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have one brother and I have three sisters.
Three
So
sisters.
I have two older than me, and then I have one under me. And then my brother is, of course, older than me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Unlike mine, my
I mean,
brother
you
is.
remember my sister Jane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've met any of the rest of your
The
siblings.
mm-mm. One of them is, well, I didn't meet one of them until I was 17 anyway. It was my
Oh,
dad's daughter, so you know.
mm.
But yeah, that's my sister. We share the same blood, same last name. So,
Ain't nothing
but
wrong.
yeah,
Maybe if we got time, we may touch on that. I got a question about that. Look, I
okay.
almost want to get my pen and write that down so I won't forget.
Don't forget it. Yes, I had to write some stuff down too, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
forget.
That's okay. Again, guys, thank you for joining. Again, please take the time to like this channel. Make sure you subscribe right
Mhm.
now. You ain't got to wait
Yes,
till you get off because you're going to forget. Subscribe
yes,
right now. So every time we go live, every time Walking Through the
yes.
Fire post something, you will be the first to get the notification. Thank you for the like. I don't know what it is, but thank you for the like. We like them over here. Remember, if you got a question, drop it in the chat. Me and Debra, we're going to make sure that we answer it. Again, this is all about
Yes,
engagement tonight.
that's it.
So, what do you like to do for fun? What is your happy place
Before or after?
right now?
You know what? I think I'm at the age where life is so short. I just want to enjoy my grandkids and my kids. So whatever
Hmm,
makes them happy is what I'm
is
gonna
what
do.
make
that makes me happy.
Hmm.
You
I
know, I
had
mean, because
somebody.
it's life is short.
Yeah, say that's what brings you joy.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I
that
had
brings me
somebody,
joy.
somebody at church. I think it was last Sunday. Say, Elder Major, do you got any grandkids? I said, no. Listen, not. I said, my daughter's just too mean, baby. First of all, they got to get a man, okay?
Jeez,
But
yeah,
listen,
yeah. I got 5 of them.
I take my hat off to y'all new age grandmas, y'all G mamas, y'all GGs, y'all whatever y'all want to call it. But baby, I want a little more gray hair than what I got, and I want a moo moo on because I ain't gonna be no good grandma.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Now listen, I'm holy, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, but I like to
Right.
be outside. Just because I
Yeah.
am saved
Yeah.
don't mean that I can't enjoy life. And I don't want to be, yeah, they'll be like,
Yeah.
you a
Yeah.
horrible
Yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah. But you know what? I really believe that I was set down for a reason.
Oh yeah. Oh
You know,
yeah.
and I think it's not that I was a bad mother or anything to my kids, but my mother made it so easy for me just to
Mm.
drop my kids off. So it was
Hmm.
always, you know, I'm at a club Friday night, I'm at a club Saturday night, Sunday I'm wanking. Then I didn't
Yeah.
see them like that. I could drop them off because somebody was always gonna be at the family house. So I didn't
Yeah.
worry about, oh, I ain't gonna have no babysitter. I ain't gonna It's not like that. But with my grandkids, all the mistakes I see I made as a mother,
Hmm.
I do better as a grandmother.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Way better. I
I,
learned a
I
lot more.
I think God blesses us with a grandkid so we can get it together and get it right.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
again, you know, now you never want to tell anybody that their parenting is bad or
Yeah.
anything like this,
Mhm.
but we do have some people that ain't got no business having no kids. We just gonna
They
keep
don't.
it a buck, you know.
They don't.
But there's no blueprint.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. It's not
no how to do a book about being a parent. And if you
parent.
do, it's so generic because every child is different. Every
Yes.
relationship is different. Every household and parenting style is different.
Yeah.
So, you know, raising kids these days, I take my hat off to anybody. I'm just
Yes.
glad my kids are grown.
Yes. I know. Yeah. Well, well, I was
I,
almost there.
I was going to ask you, talking about kids, how many kids do you have and what are their ages and
I have
names?
three daughters. The first one is Kianye. She's 33. The second one is Marie. She's 27. And the
Hmm.
third one is Darion. She's 16.
Okay. Oh, you got a 16-year-old. Ooh,
Baby.
you started over.
Look, her and my grandson is a year apart.
From your oldest. Oh, baby, I bet they
Yes.
give you double for your trouble.
They
Wham,
are
bam, thank you, ma'am.
babe, if it ain't always, it's a dean coming to for Cash App, Apple Pay. I'm like, look, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not made of money,
That
but
I saw.
you know, my oldest grandson, since I've never had a boy, that was my boy.
Yeah, yeah, and
That was
you
my
know,
boy.
I can relate. I had 3 girls too, and I wanted a boy so bad, but the Lord know what He doing.
He do, but I was scared. You know, he cloned me. So now
You
I
said,
see what I put my mother through. Now I see what I put my mother through. I'm just like, this is not life.
well,
No,
well,
but
listen, I can't attest to that because, baby, I was held to my mama, and I thank God my
yeah, that's
kids
what I'm
didn't
saying.
get.
They was hell too. Well,
Yeah,
I was hell.
but I thank God my kids they didn't even give me half of that. I think they giving me my dues as an adult,
Uh,
as them being adults.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't really have a. Well, I take that back because I think except my youngest one, they was all fighting. Do you know how we was when we was in
yeah,
school? So
yeah, yeah.
they got that gene. They
And
did
see, that's
settle
how my
down.
oldest, my two older ones are. But I mean, they didn't grow up now since
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got a little older. But I just didn't know what to do. I'm like, do y'all have friends? Anybody y'all talk? It was always something coming through that MySpace and it's social media. See, we didn't have social media.
yeah. No,
We
no.
don't, and then we had home phones in the beginning. So you got to call the home number. If I'm there, they give me the phone. If not, you have to keep calling back.
Come on, we just gonna
Yeah,
keep it
we
real
we didn't
because
have it like that.
this is a platform that keeps it real. If
Yes,
you had a
most
cell phone,
definitely.
you was messing around with a dope boy.
Well, we'll get into that too.
Yeah. So Mother's Day is coming up. I want to be the first to say happy Mother's Day in advance to all the mothers, all the godmothers, all the
Thank you.
grandparents that's playing mama, all the aunties,
Thank
everybody
you.
that's playing and being a mother figure into somebody's life. I want to say
Yes.
happy Mother's Day. So with that
Yes.
coming up, do you got any plans?
I don't actually. We just landed here in Miami, so we're just down here for the weekend.
Well, come on, Miami.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was late getting out. I told my daughter, I was like, "Come on, I got to log on. Hurry up."
Well, I really appreciate you taking
Oh
time out
yeah,
of your
not a
family
problem.
time to. So I
Yeah, that's
definitely
all
ain't
right.
gonna keep you. We're gonna have a good conversation, but I ain't gonna
Oh no,
keep
you
you.
good. Okay.
You should have put me in your suitcase because I would have.
I know, girl.
It
It's so
looked like
hot
it.
down here, but
It
I
looked
ain't gonna
like it's gonna
complain.
rain here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna complain because I didn't felt rain down there a lot. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna suck up this sun for a while.
I know. That's it. Hi, sister Shanika. She said, "Dang, I got." Let me put it up on the screen. She said,
Okay.
"Dang, I got 3 boys, but I see why I never had a girl. Cause, honey, if I would had another one, would you say a me,
Whew,
a, a mini me?
whew, wait. Don't,
Hey, what you say,
don't,
dog? Hey,
don't.
again, the Lord knows what everybody can handle. Okay,
He does. He definitely
Shanika,
does.
I take my hat off to anybody that is raising young black men right now. Like,
Yes.
I know girls are hard and we talk about them getting pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
but the society and the country we live in, the young black
Yes.
men got the odds stacked up against them
They do.
already before they
They do.
even become adults. So I take my hat off because that's a special gift to raise
Yep.
a
Yep.
black man.
It is.
Let me
It
ask
is.
this as well. So you
Okay.
said that you're in Miami, you're gonna be there for a little bit, maybe celebrating Mother's Day. Are
Mm-hmm.
you single, sis?
I am single. I
It
am.
does single mean like, because I'm gonna tell you the difference, because I feel like I'm single, right? You got single and then you got single. So is single meaning you date, but you just ain't got you ain't monogamous with somebody?
I think I'm single.
Woo!
If I had more
Girl.
fingers, I'd keep counting. But
Yeah,
no, I'm single, and
that is
I think it's more of a trust factor.
thank you.
I think it's trust.
Just leave it right there. Leave it
That's
right
it.
there.
That's it.
Leave it
It's
right
just a
there.
trust factor. I can't put me and my child in somebody else's hands.
Yeah. Let me
So
let me
yeah, let
ask
me
you
wait.
this. Are you currently working?
No, I'm
Nope.
mm-mm, no,
Did
no.
you see my face?
Yeah, I'm ready to.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm just really trying to get Darian off to college first because she has some things going on in school, and I don't.
Yeah.
She's extra help, so
I'm gonna tell
I'll
you,
wait.
I totally understand
Mm-hmm.
what you like, how you feel about putting yourself and your needs and your wants on the back burner for your kids. Cause that's exactly what my youngest, people would be like, well, do you want to date? Or I would give somebody my number, few and far between. But when I did, you know how you say, I am extremely busy. This is why I don't
Mm-hmm.
have, I'm not in a relationship, why I'm
Right.
not dating. And then when they try to call or I don't respond quick enough, I'm like, didn't I tell you I was busy? Because I was so busy trying to be that mother and make sure that
Yes.
she gets through high school. She's playing
Yep.
sports or doing whatever
Mm-hmm.
else, and
Yes.
then I'm like, okay, not that Stella got her groove back
Yes.
like in that sense, but Stella got her groove back.
Yes. Yes. Now I told my daughter when she go off to college, baby, you may not.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something different. The locks
Lit-
will be changed. You have to remember.
Hey, when I tell you you gonna enjoy that empty nester feeling, baby.
Oh my God. Yeah, because I've been a
Woo.
mother since I was 15.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
So yes, I'm ready to see that empty nester
Yeah. And
and
with
take the
mother,
keys from my oldest kids too.
what you
Y'all
say?
ain't no
I know.
keys.
Say you got to call before you come, knock before you open the door. Shoot. Talking about Mother's Day coming up, I think
Mhm,
it's important to stress the fact that I'm going to be honest that I still have issues with is self-care and making sure that you do something for you. I can remember
mhm.
growing up and my mother and my grandmother would stress like you work to get paid every 2 weeks. And you turn around and you taking care of the kids, making sure they got something, making sure the household
Mhm.
got something. You need to at least
Yes.
take $10 to go get yourself a bra, some socks, a
Yes.
meal, something. So
Yes.
I want to stress the importance of we as women, because we wear so many hats, Sister Shanika, we have to be able to do self care and be
Mhm.
okay with it and not feel guilty.
Exactly.
Have you
Definitely.
ever went and said you was gonna go buy yourself something and you bought you and everybody else something because you felt a little guilty, or you don't have that problem?
I just don't. Well, now that it's lesser kids in the house,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
able to just go out and buy me another kid something without,
yeah.
the other
Well,
one's like, well, you didn't buy me. And it was like, oh, Jesus. But now,
yeah,
yeah. But I
yeah,
buy her more than me because I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere.
yeah. I got
If
you.
you give me a t-shirt and some leggings, I'm good.
Did you say t-shirt and leggings
Yes,
something comfortable, huh?
I have no like. I'm blessed with life, but I have no life. No, no,
I know what you mean.
that
Nothing
type of life. No
interesting
mingling
going on.
life. Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing. I don't do clubs, so
yeah.
it's when everybody talking about Friday, we'll be at the fountain. I'm like, dang, that still goes on. That's how I
Yeah.
be thinking. Like, am I too old? Like that still goes on?
Now
Oh, and
we just say we homebodies. That's all.
that's it.
And I'm gonna tell you why we ain't like that. Because we had fake IDs at 15 and we were already in the clubs when we wasn't supposed to. So
Already.
by the time we was 26, we was burnt out, burnt up, and was like, you can have it. Even though we were young, we were the old
Hmm.
women in the club.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
I
Cowboys. We couldn't
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
The
I
gallery,
truly
like,
Yeah. And not that I will go now because I'm saved and not because I'm saved. It is because I'm saved, but that part of my
mhm.
life is over. Like I don't
Yes,
that ain't like my happy place in the club no more.
exactly. Yeah.
If I go in there, I feel out of place. That mean I ain't supposed to be there.
Hmm.
And on top of it, being 50, you the oldest person in the club, you ain't supposed to be in there.
Yeah, I just think when you got kids is going to the same class, I don't want to party with my kids.
That part. That
That's
part.
just it just wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, that part. That
Now
part.
if we sitting at home and we playing a game and I have to have a glass of wine, okay.
Hmm.
But I'm not coming to the club with my kids. It's just not
Yeah.
gonna happen. And I
No.
mean, I don't knock those that do. It's just not for
Yeah.
me.
That ain't for me neither.
Yeah,
I, yeah, I tried it one time and that's because she begged me.
I
And the
tried it
one
too.
time I went was the last time I went to the club. I think it was like Cloud 9D or something. I
Oh,
was like, so you know how long ago that was.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to go here no more. You can hang it up.
But like
Yeah,
you
I
said,
think
because
I
we
went
had
home
fake
early.
IDs. We
Yep, I
did
think I went
everything
home
way
early.
before it was time.
Yeah, yeah. So, I just want to let the people know, this is not the first time that I've sat down and asked you to tell your story
Hmm.
to somebody. And as
Yes.
ironic as it is, and if you got on here earlier, you heard me say that I've been knowing her for 20
Yes.
years. Like, I know her story, but I don't know her story. And when
Right.
I was talking to her, she was like, what? I
Yeah,
ain't
I could.
never. And it's one of those, sometimes there's stories that you don't ask people, they may not be ready to tell, and when people are ready to tell their story, they'll let you know. And
Hmm.
so when I tell y'all that I'm gonna be like like I ain't the host and I'm listening, so
Yeah.
get ready to put your seatbelt on, because we are going to hear some a story of triumph, inspiration, um, faith, as well as being an overcomer. But about 8 or 9 years ago, I had hosted a workshop shop called Loving Yourself. And I had a session for young adults, young teenagers, and I wanted Dee to come and express and to share her experience. And it was about relationships,
Yes.
um, because she is a true example of how situations sometimes can be life changing. And we never think that it could be us or that it could happen to us. I just don't think, especially our young people, D,
Hmm.
even think or having a thought that that's you today, tomorrow it could be me. And
Yeah.
so I want you to share your story, your walking through the fire moment. But before I do,
Okay.
pertaining to this situation, is there anything that you would like the people to understand about you before we talk about your walking through the fire moment?
Well, that I'm not walking. That's it. But other than
Mhm.
that, no.
And when you say you're
I'm an
not
open book
walking, you are currently what?
in a wheelchair.
And how long have
Yes.
you been in a wheelchair?
Oh, I got shot in 2001.
2001.
So 25 years, June the 6th.
Hmm. Okay.
And usually
Well,
that date brings me, whew,
and you said June 6th?
yeah, usually that date brings me depression, just down.
Mm-hmm.
But mm, the devil
Well,
won't win this year.
I want to give you an opportunity to somewhat
Okay.
take us back. I
Okay.
I want you to divulge as much as you like, as
Okay.
little as you like. I just want you to be transparent. But whatever you share with us tonight, first of all, I think you do, but I hope you know that this is a safe space, and that before you get into it, I know that your story is going to be helpful and impactful to somebody else. Um, and they may be dealing with the same thing you're about to describe, and that you're an example of that you can make it out on the other side. So,
Yeah.
if you could share with us tonight what happened back on June 6th in 2001.
Um, well, let's go back to at least 2000.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, if we can go
No, no, no.
further back.
No, what I would say is give us some
Mhm.
context, set the background, cuz
Okay.
cuz there's always something that, like, it ain't always jumping out. Well, let me ask this.
Okay.
Was your shooting a random innocent bystander? Was it by somebody that you knew? Oh, how was that?
No, it wasn't random.
Okay.
It was
All
by
right.
it was by my husband then, but ex-husband now.
And so that's why I want you to set that background, that context, because
Yes.
especially when you deal with abuse of any
Hmm.
kind, verbal, physically, mental, emotionally, it ain't like soon as we get together, that's what happens. It's
Yes.
always a build up. So the floor is yours.
With the violence, I think um as I when I was younger, I mean, I seen domestic violence when my mother and my father was together.
Mm-hmm.
So I never knew no better to
Yeah,
sort of say.
I know
Like
what you mean.
I always felt like, okay, my mama, she's putting up with it. Why would if it wasn't love, why she putting
Right.
up with it? So that's in my I'm a young girl. So but my domestic violence started at 15, dating
Mm-hmm.
somebody older.
Mm.
in the streets, drug dealer. I was able to get the name brand clothes, shoes, and yes, what I try to stop young girls from doing now.
Yeah.
But that's what reeled me in. Left that abusive relationship, and somebody that I had my eye on for a long time since I was a kid.
Mm.
We started dating again, and I heard that his previous girlfriend, it was domestic violence. I'm like, yeah, I ain't putting up with that.
Mm.
I'm exempting myself from it, but it still came my way. Um, but it didn't come my way until 2 weeks before our wedding.
Wow.
2 weeks.
How long were you together before you guys got married?
Mm, 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 mm.
Don't do that. She's
Well, we had already knew each other,
Yeah, and
and
listen, you don't have to explain yourself,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
And the
But it was
reason I say that is because you're brave enough to tell your story. You got a whole lot of
yes,
people out here that's doing
yes.
worse and doing the same that just
Hmm.
ain't telling it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I used to sweep it under the rug. No, I ain't sweeping it
That's
under
all
the
right.
rug.
How long was y'all together?
Um, we wasn't actually. We wasn't. We wasn't. He came home from prison that May.
Mm-hmm.
And that September, we was married.
Wow.
It was one of them things like I already had two kids, about two baby daddies. So
Mm-hmm.
um he called me one day at work, and I don't know what made him say that, but he was like, let's have a baby. And I'm like, baby. And my thing, my math was so smart. I was like, marry me. And
Right.
it went from there. And I was like, okay, usually when you talk marriage, men, like, yeah, no, we ain't gonna do that. But it happened. And
Mm.
yeah, that September we was married. 2 weeks before the wedding, he first time smacking me. I mean, when it smacked fire, like it was burning so bad. But
Mm.
and I could sense that at the wedding, my mother knew.
Mm-hmm.
And before I came out to walk down the aisle, she was like, if you don't want to do this, we can leave now.
Right.
And I was like, no, I want to do it. But I'm just thinking about the money that then went out
Mm-hmm.
for the wedding. And
Yeah.
she was like, I don't care about that. I was like, yeah, but no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Went on and did it. That October, he had put his hands on me and my oldest daughter.
Wow.
And the neighbors downstairs in our apartment heard all the commotion and called the police.
Mm.
So, you can hear the police knocking at the door. And he was like, D, please tell him, please don't let him in. I was like, huh, all right.
Right.
Yes, sir. There you go. He jumped off the second floor balcony.
Oh, he
And
was trying to get away for real.
when I got to the hospital, he had choked me. I blacked out. So when I got to the hospital, I couldn't remember. Like, I'm like, why is my face bleeding like this? And
Uh-huh.
as things start coming back to me, he bit a whole chunk out of my, like a rock wiper. He bit a whole chunk out of my face. And I was
Wow.
like, found out I was pregnant.
While all of this, while you were at the hospital?
Yes. Before they do x-ray, you gotta take
Yeah.
a pregnancy test. I'm like, I can't do this. I got a 2-year-old. Like, my
Yeah.
kids were 6 and 2. No, but I couldn't tell him that. So, I mean, I did what women nowadays did
Can
then.
I can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Just kind of going back a little bit because you said
Mhm.
your first relationship when you were 15, that was
Yes.
abusive. And
Yes.
then so with that one, do you think you stayed as long as you did or you accepted it because like you said, what we see is what we think
Uh-huh.
is the correct thing. And
Yes.
so then when you left and you got with your then husband, and that first time that he hit you, do you think you stayed because you thought that that was normal?
That was normal, and I didn't want to be a failure.
Mm,
I
that's
didn't want to
good.
fail. It's, like, I can't make it work with nobody, so I kept it in house as long as I could till I
Mm,
couldn't.
right.
So he had got locked up. They gave him like 6 months. He came home that April. But in the mix, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I was on the fence, like, okay, he's telling me he's sorry. It won't happen again. This and that. So, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. But once he got locked up, I got put out of my place. So I was living
Mm,
back home with my mother. So my mother he couldn't come to my parents' house. That was just
right.
no. He couldn't come because they didn't put his hands on me. So no, he's not welcome
Right.
there. So we would, go to hotels or whatever, and it just ran its course. It
And
just
y'all were
wasn't.
still married at this
We were
time,
still
right?
married. Yeah, we were still married.
Mm,
And that was he got out that April of 2001. He called me the morning of June 6th, and he asked me if he can use my car to go look for a job. And
mm.
then in 2000, you still had to go to the job and do the application. So I was like, okay, well maybe, well maybe he's trying to get his stuff together. Maybe he's trying to turn a different leaf.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, you can, or whatever. So I pulls up to his parents' house. He comes out or whatever, and he got in the car and we got to arguing about something. I'm smacked again, like,
Wow.
and I was on my probationary period at work, so I couldn't be late, couldn't
Yeah.
call in. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go. He's not gonna get out of my car, so I just drove on to work, just quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my best friend and I was like, on my break, I called her. I said, if anything happened to me, make
Wow.
sure you look out for my kids. And she,
Jesus.
she's like anybody else, girl, ain't nothing gonna happen because she knew some of it, but I just never let people know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, girl, ain't not gonna happen, ain't not gonna happen. I was like, just make sure you look out for my kids. She's like, I am. So my 7 o'clock break, I work 12 to 9 at night. So my 7 o'clock break, I called him just to see what type of what they call it, what the kids say, what type of time he on.
Yeah,
I want to
testing
see
the
what
temperature.
yeah, testing, yeah, temperature.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he just got the cussing. I said, okay, you know what? Don't come pick me up. Don't even worry about it.
Mm.
And I hung up the phone. At 9 o'clock, woman, it's 9 o'clock. Everybody running out the building like ready to
Right.
go home. My car ain't out there. I ain't
Mm.
got no ride. I ain't got no ride. And I got a car.
And it's your car.
Yeah, so I wanted
The devil is a lie. Miami, I'm gonna need you to bring that sunshine back because it was getting good. Guys, don't go nowhere. I'm telling you, she's gonna come back. I hear it's trying. D, if you can hear me, you might have to go out. Okay, there you go.
to hear. Okay,
Okay, there you go. I was like, the devil is
okay,
a lie because I was like
yeah, nah.
this.
But yeah, my so he never came. So I asked the girl from work. I asked her to take me home, and she was like, "Yeah." So I was like, you know what? We came down Golden Hill, and I said, "Go right past 37 to Clifton." And she did. I seen my car out there, and she looked at me. She was like, "You gonna get out here?" And I don't know what it was. It had to be God on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "No, no, I'm not." So by the time we pulled up on 26 and Harding, he was pulling up behind us.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I ain't agree, dude. I told her, I was like, go around the block. So we hit Mercer Parkway, came back up Riverside. For those that's from the west side or know the west side, came back up 26th Street. I ran the house, got money, gave it to her, and she had to go to trial with us. And she said at trial that as she was leaving out, he was coming up the steps. That he was real sweaty, shirt unbuttoned, like she was just like he scared me, and I did, don't even know the man like that.
And you're staying with your mom, your parents at this
Yes.
time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And I never went in the house, but our house was small. So I'm opening the refrigerator. He's knocking at the front door. And my
Mm-hmm.
mother told him, I told you you're not welcome to my home.
Right.
And he was like, yes, ma'am, respectful. But he could see me. And he's like, come here,
Mm-hmm.
D. I was like, nah. I said, my daddy gonna take you home. Well, this
Yeah.
is my stepfather. My mom ain't with nobody abusing him no
Right.
more. But yeah, this is my stepfather. I'm calling my dad. Um, and my stepfather got dressed, went outside, go down the steps to get in the car and take her home. He pulled off.
Mm.
So I was like, okay. 2 or 3 times that night that happened. So my parents is getting mad at me, like, we have to work in the morning. We don't have time for this. And I'm like, forget it. I'll take them. But in the back of my mind, I'm not going out the door. I'm not.
Mm.
I'm not going out the door. And I think by midnight, I was just like, the heck with it. You can keep the car on. I don't care. But at this time, it was all the young girls had the Sebring. So
Yep.
I wanted
Yep.
my car. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But you can keep it. It don't matter. So later night, by 12 midnight, he might have been like 11:30. Matter of fact, it might have been about 11:30. He called and he was like, are you gonna come take me home? I was like, yeah, come on. But he came to the door this time, and when he knocked, I opened it, thinking it was
Mm.
my sister or my brother coming home.
Oh, okay.
And when I tell you, I had my heart dropped, but I wasn't so concerned with a stabbing or bullets. I was just black eye, big lip. That's what that was on my mind.
You didn't want to have to fight him.
Exactly. But
Gotcha.
if I did, I knew it was something I could put ice on and go get
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So my father came out the room at my parents' room, and he went in the kitchen. He already knew my mother didn't want my ex-husband at her house,
Mm-hmm.
so he never went back and said nothing to my mother. But hold on, let me back up a little bit. My daughter's father, my second daughter's father, was calling because he had, just letting me know he had got locked up on a traffic warrant. So I'm just talking to him, blah, 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 or whatever. And then that's when the knock came. And for some reason, I told him, I was like, hold on. And I just threw the cordless phone in the chair. And when he came to the door, this is how fast it happened. Calls are only 15 minutes for the jail.
Right.
Well, for those that don't know.
Right.
But when I threw the phone in the chair and I opened the door, the first thing he was saying was like, D, I love you. I was like, I love you too. But my eyes is rolling in my head. And he was like,
Mm.
call my daddy, call my daddy. So my daddy can come around here and get me. So I can give you a car. I was like, okay, so I called his daddy. His daddy asked me, had he been drinking? And I said, yeah. Yes, sir. He said, no, I'm not coming. Okay.
Mm.
He said he's not coming. So he said, well, call me a cab. It's yellow cab at this time.
Yeah.
So the cab driver pulls up. He hits the horn. And I reach out because I wouldn't come from the threshold of the door. I reached
Mm.
for my keys, and when I reached, he pulled me out of the house. And I was like, here we go. And when I say he backed me in a corner, and he
Mm.
said, oh, how much he loved me. And I said, I love you too. I didn't see a gun the whole time, but the whole time he had the gun tucked behind him.
Now,
So when
before you
my,
go any further, real
mhm,
quick, D,
okay,
because it's about to get real good. I got some
okay,
questions.
okay.
Was he a drinker the whole time you guys were together? Because you know how sometimes people drink, they become mean. Some people become crybabies. Some people become the life of the party. Did he have issues with drinking?
I think it was that and other issues.
And he was dibbling and dabbling in
Yeah,
other
yeah,
things.
yeah. But you know, if you're not dibbling and dabbling with your mate, they can hide that from you
Yeah,
using drinking. Because
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have knew.
So he wasn't erratic, or he didn't look any
No,
different than what he was if he was drunk any other time.
he was just a little more. I'll say he was a little more meaner,
Mm,
or seeing things that wasn't there.
got you, got you.
So yeah,
And you still loved him though at this point, or no?
I
Even
did.
though,
I did.
and I'm thankful, thank you for being honest, because sometimes people think that regardless, because I've been in abusive situations,
Mm-hmm.
and when you love somebody, it's not a water faucet. You can't turn it off and on.
You
And
can't.
so I just thought say that, because
Yeah,
again, people will say, "Oh, well, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you this?"
yeah. No.
Again, when you love somebody, you tend to try to show them grace. That's what we do. We're nurturers.
Yes.
Okay, so he backed
Okay.
you in the corner, and you didn't
Yes.
see the gun.
I didn't see the gun, but about time I rolled my eyes in my head, the gun was sitting on my head.
Wow.
And I just it freaked me out so bad that I grabbed the barrel and it went off. And I could just remember it was so much blood, so much blood. And I can remember stumbling back trying to get in the house, but my ears is ringing, and I'm just dazed, like what the hell just happened?
Wait. So, because I don't know this story, so
I
I
know.
apologize for stomachs, but I
No,
got
you're
questions.
good. Yeah, go ahead.
So when he pulled the gun out and put it to your head, his intention was not to be threatening, it was to shoot you in the head.
It was to shoot me in the head.
And the
Yeah,
same time you was grabbing it,
I
he
was.
was pulling the
Yes, I'm
trigger.
trying to pull it. Like no, no,
Right.
and it went off.
Okay.
And I stumbled back in the house, but I don't know. When you've been shot, it burns real bad.
Mm.
Like like it feel like you're in an incinerator.
Mm.
So I stumbled back in the house and I tripped over the step
Yeah.
going there. So when I tripped, my legs is out towards the door at him.
Mm.
And he don't take the initiative to, oh my God, what have I done? You know, if it was an accident, what have
Right.
I done? He stood in that doorway and kept shooting.
Did he?
We're probably we're probably 6 feet apart at this time. Probably six
While
feet apart.
all of this is going on, are you aware of what is going on around you, or you just like
Oh
in
yeah.
shock?
I'm in shock with the first bullet.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one he shot me in the head. The second one, I'm sorry. First one's in the head. Then he hit five in my stomach. I mean,
Wow.
when I tell you he held this screen door open and unloaded like I just killed his mother. Like somebody would if you took somebody they love life.
Yeah.
I'm like
How many times did he shoot you?
seven. I had one in
Seven.
the head, one in the face. It was a bullet hit right here, and it hit right here on the nose, and it came out right here.
My
It didn't
God.
break no facial bones. Um, and then five in the stomach. But I'm sitting there, I'm looking in his eyes like I'm taking these bullets like I
Yeah.
just couldn't believe I'm taking these bullets like I'm a
Right.
Teflon or something. But I was taking it, so I could hear my dad, and they kept their gun in the lockbox.
Mm.
So I'm sure with somebody, your child being shot in your living room, a lockbox is just, it was a combination. Like, it wasn't just a key, it was a
Right.
combination because the
Right.
grandkids was there.
Right.
So and then my mother said that she didn't realize it was in her living room till after the third shot.
Mm.
So if he wouldn't have ran out of bullets, yeah, when he went to go up to shoot me in the face, I threw my hand up. I don't know what I thought that was gonna do, but I threw my hand up, and that's when it hit me in the mouth right here and right here. And by this time, my father comes jumping over my body.
Uh-huh.
Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, I am in a whole wild, wild west.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah,
not where I want to be.
yeah.
So I'm telling my father, he's more worried about me. And I was like, when he came to try to comfort me, I'm like, I said, no, shut the door. I said, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. He was like, he's not gonna come. I said, yes, he is. Shut the door. And he was like,
Mm.
baby, he's not coming back. I said, well, did you shoot him? But all along, he's yelling. My mother never comes out of her room. All
Oh,
along, he's telling my mother, D shot in the head. She shot in the head. And I could hear my mother on the phone calling 911.
oh, Jesus.
Mm.
My God.
I can hear her calling
Ooh.
911. And I'm it's burning so bad that I throw my head back. And when I threw my head back, my oldest daughter was up under the dining room table.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, all right, okay.
Now, was
So
that his
I
daughter?
no, I had
Oh,
no
kids
kids
by him.
with
Okay.
him.
Okay.
Um, and I mean, I don't mean to sound. At that time, I was glad I had did what I did when I was pregnant.
Mm.
I I, I just couldn't. I'm
Right.
already getting beat to the
Right.
floor. No.
Right.
Um, and then I mean, now I always wonder, like, how would me and a child? I don't know
Yeah.
if especially if it was a son. I'm gonna look at somebody, a girl come tell me you didn't put your hands on. I can't
Yeah.
defend you because
Yeah.
I
The
know
what if?
what your family is about.
Yeah.
Um, but I see my daughter up under the table, and I'm asking my dad. I'm like, I said, do I still look pretty? He was like, yes. I said, you're lying. Because remember, the bullet went right here, so it took 3 teeth out. I said, you're lying
Oh,
because it's teeth right
wow.
here. It's teeth on the floor. He's like, no, baby, you're beautiful. I'm like,
Now, D, you got 5 bullets in your stomach and basically 2 in your head, and you asking, are you still pretty?
I had to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know how to. And I think for me being calm is probably what saved my life. Even
Mm.
though I was on fire,
Yeah.
I was like, God, I did some things in my life, but I don't deserve to leave. Not right
Yeah.
now. And
Yeah.
that was my only prayer that on that living room floor that night. That was my
Mm.
only prayer. And I had never been like a spiritual person, but
Right.
then I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you loud.
Mm.
But
Mm.
then my middle daughter was trying to come up to the front room, and I seen my mother. She grabbed both kids, took them out the back, and took them over to Miss Diane's house. They
Mm.
live across the street from us.
Mm.
Took them over there, and baby, when I got out of that, I could hear my mom on the phone with my best friend because everybody came running down
I'm
there.
sure.
When they see lights, we're
Yeah.
going to see what they
You,
going
hey,
on.
when I see lights, baby, I'm opening up my door, my blinds, talking about
Yes,
what's going on.
yes, yes. Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too. And when I got to I could my mother said, he's killed my baby. He's killed my baby. And my father was like, killed your baby? He was like, she ain't dead. My mother's like, well, who are you talking to? He's like, I'm talking to D. She was like,
Right.
well, I thought you said she was shot. They had a whole conversation. And I'm
Yes.
like, I said, are the people coming? And my mom was like, yeah, they coming, but she never came back in the house at all. She got
And
in her
you
car. When
know,
she took the kids over there, she got in the car. I could see my oldest daughter, father, and his brother. It was
uh-huh.
so many people out there. By the time I left out of the house, my head and body swelled up so big that
Wow.
they was thinking it was my mother, that our house got a drive-by shooting and it was
Uh-huh.
my mother that got shot. They didn't think it was me.
I was gonna say, you said that you were so calm, and as you're telling the story, I really believe that it wasn't nothing but the Holy Ghost, because even your mom couldn't fathom that your
No.
stepfather is saying or
Mm-hmm.
your dad is saying
Yeah.
that you have been shot in the head, but yet he's in there talking to you, and yet you
Yep.
still breathing. And
Yeah.
so I know, like you said, an angel was sitting on your shoulder
Yep.
before you even through that situation. He was
Mm,
with you the whole time.
yes.
How
Yes, he
long
was.
how long do you think it took the ambulance or the paramedics to get to you?
Um, I would say maybe anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes. It wasn't long.
Hmm.
I wasn't. I can remember when they loaded me up. I heard the police tell the paramedics take me to Wisher. My mama said, "No, nah, she got good insurance. Take her to Methodist."
I know that's it.
I'm
And
hearing
now,
all this. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Yes, I heard
y'all,
it
that
all.
was, as she said, that was 2001. That was 20 some years
Yes,
ago. Methodist used to
yes,
be A1. I said used to
yes,
be.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Now,
yeah,
now
yeah.
I go to Eskenazi now
Yeah, yeah. Eskenazi,
because it's a
especially
lot better.
now, Eskenazi is the number one trauma hospital
Yes,
in the
yes,
state. So
yes.
you got some trauma going on. Eskenazi is the place. But so they rush you to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when your father shot at your husband, did he hit him at all, or he got away?
Girl, he ain't hit nothing but the car.
I'm sorry for laughing. It's just the way you said it. You said, "Girl,
He
he
ain't
hit
hit
nothing but
nothing
the
but the
car."
car. I'm like, okay, all right. But I understand that he probably was nervous.
Oh,
He
definitely.
probably was not. He probably was like, oh my
First of all,
stepfather carried this big old gun and never really shot it. Now he has
yeah.
to shoot it.
And he's in fight or flight
Here,
mode.
yeah,
His daughter is on the floor
because I
fighting
was
for
trying to
her
flight.
life. Yeah, and a split second decision,
Yes.
you
Yep.
can't blame anybody.
No, I don't. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I love him down for even being able to be the man to come out and get rid of the devil off our porch.
yeah. I'm
Because
gonna
I mean,
ask
we didn't know he was coming, so therefore, I mean, he could have came and did killed the whole household.
everybody.
We
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah,
know that. So if it was me that you're wanting, then get me,
yeah,
just
yeah.
me, just
Let
me.
me ask you an honest question.
Okay.
Do you wish he would have shot him at that moment? Let's say you may
At
have
that moment,
changed, because
yes,
20 years ago,
yes,
I'm sure there's some
yes.
healing, but this trauma will always be with you. So, or even then, you said yes. Is it sometimes now when you reflect on your life, do you wish that he would have got shot that night?
That night I do, and for a long time I was praying for something,
Mm,
and it was having such a hold on my spirit
wow.
that I wasn't. My mental wasn't getting no better because I'm praying that something go
Yeah,
on with this man. Like
yeah,
I was so bad that I was thinking like, ugh, I wish somebody just put glass in his food. That's where my mind was at because I want you to hurt like you hurt me.
baby,
That I
that's a
mean,
good one. You wish they put
yeah,
glass in his
yeah.
food.
He in prison, so yes,
That grind it up. I'm about to say you've been looking at too many prison.
I have. That's all I look at. All I look at is crime shows.
Yeah,
But now, no. I want you to do just what you're doing.
yeah.
Suffering.
You said something so profound. And when I tell you, I knew, and I know you helping somebody tonight,
Yes. Yes.
because, and that's what I said. I'm gonna ask you some difficult questions, but decent though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when you said and were honest about, yes, I felt like I wish my dad would have shot him then, and I felt
Yes.
like that a
Mm-hmm.
long time.
Mm-hmm.
you
Yes.
know it is so many people that will look at this live or that are listening now,
Yes.
and they have been hurt, used, and abused by people, and the first human reaction for us to deal with our emotion is, I want them to hurt like I did. But you
Yes.
said something key.
Yes.
You couldn't keep holding on
Mm-mm.
to that anger, to that bitterness because it wasn't doing nothing but making you worse. You wasn't getting better,
Yes.
and they was just moving along like ain't nothing happened. And
Fine.
so
Hmm.
thank you, because I just want to reiterate,
Yes.
as much as you want them to pay because of what they've done to you,
Mhm.
vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And D said it.
Yes.
I want him to do just what he's
Yes.
doing now and suffer. And
Yep.
baby, they will always suffer.
They
You
will.
may not ever see it, but I guarantee you that is some aspect of their life that they bound in.
Hmm.
Okay.
It
So
is.
yeah. So you went to the hospital. How long did you stay in the hospital? I'm sure you went into immediate surgery.
Yes. And I think my family us beat the ambulance to the hospital. Um, but I had asked, once I got in the ambulance, I had asked the EMT. I was like, "Am I gonna die?"
Hmm.
And he was like, "No." I said, "You wouldn't tell me if I was."
Uh-huh.
And he looked like, I was like, "Yeah, you wouldn't." But he kept trying to put the IV in my arm. And I was like, "No." I kept pulling my arm back. I was like, "No, no. I'll wait till
Hmm.
I get to the hospital." Because for some reason, it's a stigma in the hood that they always die en route to the hospital. No, I don't want nothing
You
in me.
had that fear?
I had that fear.
I was about to
I
say, baby, you are a whippersnapper because
Yeah,
you are shot 7 times. You were here talking straight crazy and
and
you
that's how he
acting
looked at me,
unruly.
and that's how he looked at me like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, you
He
ain't gonna
said, I'm
tell
trying
me."
to help you, ma'am.
Yes, when they loaded me out of the ambulance, my family, everybody was lining up kissing me before I went in surgery.
Mm,
And "I love you, I love you, I love you." And I said, "Why
yeah.
you acting like I'm going to leave here?"
Mm.
And everybody's looking like, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "I'll be back out."
So it never crossed your mind that this would be the last time that they saw you.
No, I knew it wasn't going to be the last time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I had two babies
Yeah.
that, what I think I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I was in Methodist for 2 weeks. Then I had to go over to the rehabilitation hospital for 2 months.
Mm.
So I hated it all. Hospitals is just not
And the
for me.
rehab, you didn't like rehab either?
I did not in the beginning
Mm.
because they want to get you up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I ain't never been a morning person,
Baby,
so
I had to get up at 6:30. Mine
I
was
was
at
like,
6:30 or 7.
they would come. They would come in the room, and I had wonderful black nurses. I did. So they would come in and open the curtains. I'm like, "Shut my curtains," and then I'm going through my little depression. "Shut my
Yeah.
curtains." So
Yeah.
they would come in there every day and crack jokes, and we watch 106 in Park, and
Hmm.
it got to being, okay. If I gotta be here, I might as well make the best of it, and
Let
that's
me
that's what I did.
let me ask you, when you heard for the first time that you would be in the wheelchair for the rest of your life, what was that for you?
I don't think the wheelchair really dawned on me. I think when they said I couldn't have no more kids,
And
that was
how
more.
old were you when that happened in 2001?
I was
How old were
23. I was 23.
you? You was 23 years
And
old?
not that I wanted no more kids, but don't take something from me that God
Yeah.
gave me.
No,
I mean,
I think
he took one thing from me, my leg. So no, no,
yeah,
no.
I think the reason I said 23 is because again, it goes
Yeah,
back to this
yeah,
generation
it does.
that we
Yeah.
parents are raising or that we come in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
And again, at 23, you just living your life. These
Just
kids
now.
don't think that being in toxic relationships or seeing the signs or forget seeing the signs, because again, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't start out abusing you.
No,
You get into a relationship and you see
no,
no way out,
no,
and you
man.
23 years old.
Yes, 23.
23.
And
Okay.
thinking I had to say I do to a marriage because of what society says.
Because it was
The baby,
it was glitter, fame, and gold.
yes, yep, yeah. And I made a wrong choice.
Mm.
That the possessive and overprotective signs was there, but when you're young, you're just thinking like, "Oh, he really loved me." He,
Especially if you come from an environment like
yes,
you did,
yes,
where
yes.
what you see is what is the norm, and so you
Hmm.
normalize, you know what I mean,
Yes,
what they're doing.
yes.
And like you said,
Hmm.
my mom dealt with it, and so I,
Hmm.
I I figured that's what love was.
Had to be
So
that.
yeah,
Had to be.
yeah, yeah.
Had to be. But yeah. But I think I'm probably so far that I know of, the only girl in our family that has ever been through something that extinct
Something that,
of of domestic violence.
yeah, yeah.
I
When
think one of my middle daughter, he tried it. He tried it,
mm,
but her dad's dead.
mm,
I'll take that place.
mm-hmm,
I said
mm,
I didn't live my life, little boy.
yeah,
I will sit in my orange with no problem.
to let my kids have to
Yes, but see,
experience
she
what
was
I
smart enough to get out
see it early.
because she seen what
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
when you
On the
stay.
other side of that.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
right there in her face. So if she stayed, I would have looked at her sideways if I was somebody that's like, you can't see what happened with your mama.
And be like,
But
look at me. I should be an example to what could happen and the possibilities.
yes, and
Yeah.
after it was all said and done, that's why she left out of it. She was like,
Mm,
mm. She's like,
that's
no, nope.
yeah. When you said that when you were in the rehab that you were dealing with depression
Hmm.
and you were in there for 2 months,
Yes.
were you trying to manage your depression, or was it one of those where I can remember just having brain fog and just being really numb to where I don't even have the capacity to even try to figure my depression out or work through it. Did it take
Hmm.
you a long time? Like, do you still get depressed in moments? Are you still dealing with depression? Or
it
have
it
you been
it
able to
comes and
overcome that?
goes. It comes and
Mm,
goes. It's not like as bad as it was. But
mm,
I think when it first happened, they had me on Symbota,
yeah.
and it really messed with it. It made me more depressed, to be honest.
Mm,
So I came up off of it, and it was I just prayed because the black households don't really say go sit on the couch and talk to a therapist.
come on.
It's
Come
it's
on.
talk it's talk to God. Okay, yes, I love that. But
Yeah.
I need to kick my feet up and just let it all out on
Yeah.
somebody's couch that's professional about it and
Yeah.
let it out. Now I'm gonna talk to God about it too, but I need this right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mental
I use
health
both ways.
mental health in our community is so swept under the rug, and I
Yes.
think we are now just trying to address the
Mhm.
trauma and the issues of mental health, and letting people know what that looks like. Mental health is not a person walking down the street talking to themselves. That's not what
Yes.
mental health is anymore.
Yes.
Mental health is people that look like myself, look like you, that are
Yes.
struggling with their everyday mental. It's just an
Yep.
imbalance. It don't mean that
Yep.
we crazy. Mental health issues don't mean you crazy. It just means you're out of whack.
That's it.
You know,
I
and
I,
I
I need
think
some help.
I think and I don't want to mess it up, but I had a guest and he was the assistant city council or councilman for St. Louis. And
Okay.
he said depression ain't nothing but something that presses you down. And I
Yes.
said that was good. That
That
was good.
was.
And so
Wow.
yeah,
That's
depression
a
is
good
something, it
one.
ain't nothing but something that just presses you down. And so that kind of stuck with me. And so
Yes.
with all of that, and I know you said earlier
Hmm.
that you weren't really a spiritual person. So I take it
Right.
you wasn't in the church. It wasn't like
Mm-mm.
you were consistently having a relationship with God. You knew
No.
God,
I
but you
know.
didn't,
Yeah.
yeah, but you didn't have a consistent relationship.
No.
Did that turn as you started to go into your recovery stage? Or did it even, it still didn't get strong? Or it took
It
20
didn't.
years?
It did. It did. It did. I mean, yeah, I say like the last 5 years
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
I think with my last daughter, I wanted to show her a different than what I showed my oldest two. Because the
Mm-hmm.
oldest two, my thought process was, okay, I didn't put them through this. So
Yeah.
I don't know why my mind was like this, but I was like, I never could tell them no.
Mm.
I couldn't they want something, okay, you can get it. Yes. But my mind is thinking like, I didn't put them through this horrible situation. I can't tell them no. They're
Yeah.
gonna think I'm a mean mother. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. The guilt
Yeah, the guilt.
of
Yep.
putting
That's exactly
trauma.
what it
Yeah.
was. Yep. That's exactly what it was. The guilt. And I was I
Mm.
was I was guilty. I
Mm.
was. So now with her is it's a chore thing and you ain't get no money unless everything's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to work for it.
But any parent, as they get
Mm-hmm.
older, they evolve and they get better.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
get wiser. For
Mm-hmm.
most
Oh,
of us, you know
so
what I
wise.
mean?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know the old saying, when you know better, you do better.
That's it. That is so true.
And I think me and you can walk in agreement on this. It's
Mm-hmm.
different when you got girls, because you got to be that example. Because, like you said, if they see men running in
Yes.
and out of my house like a
Mm-hmm.
revolving door,
Woo.
that speaks something to their self-esteem. That
Yes, and
speaks
it wasn't
something
gonna
later
happen.
down in life, you know,
Yes. Yes.
with how they carry themselves and handle
That's
themselves.
it.
And so I truly understand, as you get
Mm-hmm.
older, wanting to be that example of not
Exactly.
just a mother, but what a
Yeah.
woman. Everybody
Should
want to
be.
say I'm grown, but what a woman actually is, looks like, and the responsibilities and how they carry themselves.
Yes.
So
And then I
yeah.
think I like it because the stigma of somebody being the witcher. A lot of people may not can do the things I do. I
Yeah.
mean, I cook, clean. I mean, I drive my own car. I don't have any type of special effects on my car.
Hmm.
Um, um. So when people on my house are like, "Well, do you got somebody to come over here and clean?" I'm like, "No, baby, no,
Say you got a
no,
home health aide.
I, huh, no, baby, I clean my own house up. Ain't
So
nobody gonna clean
listen,
it like you gonna clean it."
you said you drive your car, you don't have no
Mhm.
special gears, you cook,
No,
you clean. So
yes,
does that mean that you have some mobility in your legs, or do you have any feeling? Like, where are you paralyzed from?
I have all my feeling and all mobility. I just can't bear weight.
Got
So
you.
the way the bullet went, well, the bullets went in was more on my left side. So my left side
Mm,
is weak.
got you.
I just had surgery last year, uh, behind my kneecap,
Mm,
uh, to stretch the muscle out so
got
we
you.
can, get the signal to firing up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Do
yeah,
you go to physical therapy
I
still now?
do. Yes, I would never stop.
And is one of your goals to walk again, or it's let the Lord's will be done and I'm just going
I
to
Yeah, see that's where if I put too much on myself, that's when I fall depressed.
okay.
Like if I say, okay, I'm gonna give myself 6 months, and then if it don't hit, I'm
Yeah.
going back to that dark place. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
let the Lord's will be the Lord's will.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm putting my work in, but I'm not gonna
Yes.
put
Yeah.
time on it.
It's one of those, when he's ready to
Yes,
raise you up, he gonna raise
that's
you up.
it.
But until then,
That's
he's
it.
giving you the ability to do a lot more than people in your
That's it.
situation
That
and that can't
yes,
walk can do.
he did. He
Yeah.
did. He
Let
did.
me ask you,
Okay.
what was your support system like in your recovery stage when you first got out the rehab? Did you have a good support system?
Um, With family, yes, but I use the term as once upon a time I was this big drug dealer. I have all these friends. I know all these people. I can call all these people at this time. But soon as the drugs dry up or I go to
Yeah,
prison, I can't call nobody.
that's
So
good.
it's no. The friends that was there when I was up,
Uh-huh.
I don't know where they at.
And that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
How did people treat you afterwards? Did they treat you different? But what I'm hearing you say is they didn't even treat you no kind of way because they just dropped you.
Yeah, literally. And I wasn't the one to call people, call people, call people. Um, my one friend, I think I got so comfortable with her
Mm,
that she would, ask me like to write her a check until uh so she can pay her next tail Sprint bill at this time.
yeah. Not
Post
next
dated
year.
till for Friday or something, however. But Lord, when she didn't come through with my money, I had my sister-in-law take me to her house. Yeah, y'all don't want to stop playing. Take me
You
to her
still what
house.
you said you still was gangster boo?
Don't play with my money. Now you know things is tight.
I know that's right.
You know things is tight. And I was friend enough to loan it to you. Like, no, I shouldn't have to call you. You say I'm gonna have it back to you on Friday. Have it back.
Yeah.
And if you can't have it back on Friday, pick up the phone and be like, D, can I get another week? Or
Yeah.
can I hold this another week? Something. I'm just, yeah, take me to her house.
Mm,
I had
mm,
my
mm.
sister-in-law go knock on the door. I said, tell her, come on down here. She
You
came
heard.
down with her. She came down with the money.
Uh-huh.
I, I,
Say,
I just,
say she wasn't playing.
I just don't
Look,
have time. Like,
let
you
me
find out
ask.
who your friends are.
I moved on, but I forgot to ask.
Okay.
So did they ever capture your ex-husband?
Girl, yes. My mother had told me when I finally they had put me in induced coma for a week. So
Mm-hmm.
finally when the medication wore off and I was waking up, my mouth was real dry. So I'm like, can I get some water? And the nurse was like, let me check with the doctor and see if that's on your diet. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she came, she was like, no, he said you can have no water. So she got one of them little sponges and sponged around my mouth. Okay. I said, well, can I take a shower? Because I'm thinking if I get in the shower, I'm gonna give me some water because I'm
Yeah.
thirsty. She was my mother now was my room was right here and the waiting room for the family was right across. So I told the nurse, I was like, I want to get in the shower. So she comes back with this little tan bucket to sponge me. I said, oh no,
Uh-huh.
baby, you ain't no, we don't do that. I want to wipe my. She said, oh honey, you can't walk. You say who? You
That's when you
so
found out?
that's when I found out. And
What?
when I
Time
baby,
out.
I
So you mean to tell
screamed.
me the doctor didn't even tell you you found
The
out because you
nurse
wanted to
did.
take a shower?
That's all. I just want some water. I just want some
Oh
water.
my gosh.
So so when I was like, "Mom," but I had these tubes still in my neck. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Mom," my voice was gone, but she came running across like, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, she said I can't walk. She was like, my mother gave this nurse the most deadliest look of a
I
mother.
would have too.
She said, I wanted to be the one to tell my child something like that. And I said, well, what is she talking about?
Right.
She's like, we'll talk about it. I said, okay. So I was grabbing, okay, I can't get no water. Okay, let me go to the next best thing. So I asked the nurse, I said, can you give me the remote? And my mother looked at the nurse, and the nurse didn't want to hand it to me, but she already had it in her hand, so she handed it to me. And I went to cut it on, and my mama started talking to me. So I got, she interrupted. I was
Distracted.
trying to very distracted.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, why she don't want me to watch this TV? But she didn't told me that this man, they already caught this man.
Okay.
And baby, she left out of that room. And so no, it seemed like God worked so perfectly. Soon as she left out of that room, I hit the remote, and me and my kids and his face showed up on the screen immediately.
Wow.
The news. He's still on the run. What? I was like, I thought you said that. She's like, I
They
didn't
called
want you.
me.
My blood pressure would go up and down, so she didn't want to tell me a lot of stuff. But at
Yeah.
that time, don't try to protect me. I need to know.
Yeah.
So she found, went on and told me what they said about me walking. And she didn't want to let me know that he was still out here because she didn't want my blood pressure to go up. I'm like, okay. So the only way I felt comfortable is if I had an actual security guard outside my door. Even though
Mhm.
I was up under an alias, but a lot of people worked for Methodist back in the days. You just
Yeah.
never knew. Not to say that one of the girls that he was cheating on me with got to my room.
She did. So you thought he was gonna come back
I
and
thought he was gonna
finish
come
the
back.
job.
Yes.
That
Yep.
that's insane right there.
Yep.
And
But he had
then
her.
and then he sent another girl to the
The girl, yep, the girl he was cheating on me with. So what did I take 7 bullets for?
what did she say?
She didn't say, I was still in a coma at this
Oh, in
time.
a coma, but they told you
Yes,
she had came up
yes,
there.
yes, yes, yes. My mom was like, do you know what? I was like, because people was just, coming. They would have to
Yeah,
go to the waiting room first to make
yeah.
sure my mother or my sister was there or nobody could come in. So when she came in, she told them her name. My mom was like, I don't know her. So my mother showed me the thing. She was like, I said, ain't this about a blimp?
Right.
So once I got out of the hospital or whatever, he was calling. He was calling. He was
Uh,
calling. He was calling a whole lot. A
like
whole
to
lot.
apologize or calling and still cuss you out.
Hell no. Wasn't no apologize.
So he was calling talking crazy.
He was calling to make sure I didn't go to court.
Girl, he
But
had to
remember,
been on some type of drug.
all this time, he's going to court while I'm in the hospital and stuff. Nobody has seen me physically besides family. Nobody but family. So he pleads not guilty because he think I'm dead. I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna beat this.
Cause he
I'm gonna
thinking
beat
you can't
this.
tell your side of the
No.
story.
I mean, the average person probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. A
Yeah,
lot of
they wouldn't be
millions
able
didn't
to.
make it in your situation, but you was one of
With
the ones
with
that
one
did.
bullet. Look, with one bullet.
Yeah.
And he was calling, he's calling. And I think I answered a few, I ain't gonna lie to you. I answered a
Yeah.
few of the calls only because I knew what type of dude he was, and I knew what type of dudes he hung around.
Yeah.
So it was scary. I still live in the same house. I'm not hard to
Yeah.
find. It ain't
Yeah.
like I can run out the house. Somebody come to the front door, I got the back. No.
And he crazy
So
enough to come over there if
yes,
you didn't answer.
yes. So I was like, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not going to court. No, I'm not going to court. But when I tell you, when that man see me broke through in that courtroom,
Mm-hmm.
he jumped up out of his seat, literally. And this is things I had already watched so much TV and trauma shows
Mm-hmm.
that my thing was, oh my God, he gonna grab the bailiff's gun and shoot everybody in the courtroom. That's
Right.
what my mind thought was. Baby, when he jumped up, he's like, I ain't shoot her. I was like,
Say automatically, huh?
I
Just
said, what? Well, who shot me?
yeah.
Who shot me?
And you got
Girl,
witnesses.
he had the neighborhood saying that him and my dad got into a shootout and I jumped in the middle.
Is that what they were thinking? Because he went
I
around and
said,
told that?
baby, y'all can think whatever y'all want to think. I'm
That
not clearing nothing up.
first
I'm
of
not
all,
clearing nothing up.
I can understand catching one
Yeah.
straight because you a bystander, not seven because you got in the middle of somebody.
And I'm not getting in the middle.
Yeah, I know two grown men.
I'm not. Yeah, y'all do what y'all do. I'm not getting the middle. So, and then then it was I took $30,000 from him.
Wow.
I told the neighborhood, baby, let's be clear. I was the
Yeah.
breadwinner. The
Yeah.
house was mine. The car
Yeah.
was mine. Where was all his stuff at? Where was his car at? He
Mm.
didn't have one.
Yeah.
So 30,000? Yeah, okay.
If he had
But I mean,
30,000 on
I
hand, he
think
would have had a car.
at least a
At
car.
least. As I said, at least.
I said, okay, okay. And I would go in the neighborhood clubs and I would see all the neighborhood
Hmm.
dudes there at the Ritz and stuff. And they would tell me what he's saying. I'm like,
How
but
long? Well, how? So obviously he went to court. Y'all went to
mhm,
trial, and he got sentenced. Correct.
yes,
What was that?
it was horrible. It was horrible.
How long did he get
It,
sentenced for?
he got 70 years.
Wow.
70. But you know what? The attempted murder wasn't what got him all that time. The
What?
attempted murder only got him 20 years.
What? So when they caught him, did he have something else on him or something?
No, but he had been in trouble enough where they found habitual.
Got
The
you.
habitual is what got him all his time.
Was it like that three strikes and you out
Yep,
kind of deal?
yep. Because he been in trouble ever since he was little.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know who they are.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, no. And I didn't feel sorry. He told the judge in the courtroom to delay the trial. He said, yeah, she been sending me pictures, and I'm like, I ain't sending
Like you
no.
trying to get back with him.
Yeah, I'm like, and I know I've been shot in the head, but my memory is good.
You know what?
I was
Don't do
like,
it.
baby, let me tell you, my mother.
Woo.
I think our court date after he said that the judge had put our court date out another 30 days after he said that. Cause she's
Uh,
like, okay, I want you to bring me bring
yeah,
the
the
pictures to
receipts.
the
Bring me the
yeah.
receipts.
Baby, let me tell you, for that whole 30 days, my mother didn't talk to me.
Cause she thought that you were sending him
Yes.
stuff.
She came in my room, she said, I'm gonna tell you one thing and one thing only. If you ever think about going back with this man, you will not have my grandkids.
Yeah.
I was like, that was never a thought. I
Right.
was trying to save me time, and before one of his friends tried to do something to me,
Yeah.
but I was buying time. But
Yeah.
I'm not sending no pictures. Yeah, have I talked to him? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'm not pictures. I told my mother, I said the only picture he would have got was the one with me laying on that floor bleeding.
Does he still try to reach out to you?
It's been about 6, 7 years now
Mm,
that he hasn't.
yeah. 70 years and because he's gonna die in there.
Mm,
70 years. He
yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to keep
You just like
positive. Look, I'm
the,
trying to
well,
keep
the
positive.
Lord gonna do what the Lord gonna do, and
Yeah,
if the
yeah,
crime get
yeah.
the
Yes,
punishment, then I mean,
yes,
he there. But
yes,
70 years,
yes.
first of all, he's not a young man, so 70 years,
At all.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean. So seventy
yeah.
years,
And I think
he
he was
ain't get.
26.
Yeah, he
He,
ain't
he was
getting out.
26. So just, I mean,
That's
and
96.
I definitely have a heart. So when his dad died, then his daughter died, and then his
Hmm.
brother died. Oh, that was like, hang, you know why you just couldn't. Yeah,
Do
you
right.
can. You know they don't take prisoners to funerals and stuff no more.
Yeah.
Like you're
No.
missing out your child.
Yeah. Now that right there gotta hurt. But you tried to take
It's out of
somebody
it's out of
else's
my
chat.
hands.
Yep.
It's out of
Yep.
my hands.
Yep.
So yeah, but yeah, play like you succeeded in killing me.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't call. Yeah,
And
don't
don't,
think
yeah,
about it.
no,
Yeah.
we don't have no kids, so it ain't like nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, I went through a lot
I
with
believe
not
it.
only him, the family.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm all with protecting your loved ones, but don't lie to do it.
Yeah, but when right is right and wrong is wrong,
Yeah, was I perfect?
especially,
No, I was not perfect,
yeah.
but I was trying. I
And
was
there's a
trying.
difference with you being mad or we're
Mhm.
not together than you trying to take me off this earth. That like that's inexcusable. I
Yeah,
don't
it
like
was.
nothing that somebody can do to you,
Yeah,
just leave. But again, that's that when you under the influence, not
yep,
making excuses, and you
yeah.
already got a chemical imbalance. I'm not saying he had one, but
He
I'm
had
just
something.
saying, a chemical imbalance, and you got other things going on, and you don't
Yes,
know other people's trauma from their childhood, and it just gets really,
yes.
really crazy.
And
So,
I was able to ask him the times I did speak to him. I was like, well, where did you pick up on something like this from? Because
mhm,
I mean, I know he had decent parents, church
yeah,
going parents, but mm,
he has.
Them PK kids is something different,
Yeah, yeah,
something
he has
different.
some trauma to,
Yeah,
along the
but
way
he's
somewhere.
seen the same thing I seen as a kid.
Mm, so there you go.
He's seen the same thing I seen as a kid.
Yeah.
But
So
I still fought him.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I got a couple of more things I want to
Okay,
discuss with you, and I know I'm gonna let you go because you on
okay.
vacation, and we've been having some good discussions.
I
I got some
know
text
it
messages. I heard
is.
somebody, my nephew, text me and said, "Ooh, this is a deep one, Auntie." It's good. So, really quick, I want to touch on trust because we talked about you being in a relationship now,
Mhm,
and you
mhm.
said one of the biggest things for you is trust. How has that affected your present relationships right now when we talk about trust and your husband doing that to you?
Oh, I'm on high alert,
Mhm.
and it makes it even worse when I cut the TV on and see a woman has been murdered by her husband. And they be like, "Well, he only shot her once in the head," and I'm like, I just know it's a purpose for me here.
Mhm.
But when I think about the women that leave, I'll be like, what can we do before we get to that point?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that part I haven't got to answer yet. Because you can't never tell nobody how to love. Because I wouldn't even let my parents tell me how to love who I loved.
Mm-hmm. And I think too, D, is too many variables when you're dealing
Hmm.
with abuse. There's so many. Again, how do you plan for something that is unplanned when it is not Pandora's box is
Yes.
not opened immediately?
Yes.
They wait. It's like they pray and they
Yeah.
groom. That's what
Wait.
it is.
Yeah.
They groom you to get you in a position where you either sometimes financially can't go nowhere else. So
Yeah.
you sit there and you deal in it. Some people have low self-esteem where they tell you that you can't do no better than them,
Yeah.
and some people, like a lot of women, are so emotionally invested and tied, you hoping and
Yeah.
praying that this is the last time and it ain't never the last time. And you pray that I'm sorry's really mean I'm sorry's, and so by that time you look up and it's 5 years into it and you say, how did
Yes.
I get here?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think one
Yes.
of the things is what we're doing this evening, bringing
Exactly.
awareness and,
Yes.
and telling your story. And and you were in your early 20s,
Yes. I
but
was.
yeah, so I think that's a good place to start.
Hmm.
Just knowing that you being brave enough to tell your story, that
Yes, I
it is helping
am. Hmm.
people and
Yep.
will, and your purpose may have may have begun, but it ain't over because, like you said, God didn't let your number be called for a reason. You got work to do, and he ain't gonna take you off of this earth and bring you with him until you complete your purpose and the plan that he's put over your life. So I don't know what you're doing right now, but in your prayer time, you need to be asking the Lord, help me to continue to cultivate my plan and be more creative where I can reach that demographics that I really want to impact. Or, Lord, I need you to give me some more revelation on what my purpose and plan is, because I know you got more work to do. You got
Yes, I
work
do.
to do.
I do.
I got a couple of more questions,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna maybe do it a rapid fire real quick just to lighten
Okay.
the mood, and we're gonna get out of
Okay.
here, okay?
Okay. All right.
So, if your story creates change, what change would you most want to see? And you kind of just touched on it. But if it could create change, what would be that change you would want to see?
Where we don't give it a second and third chance.
Mm,
We don't get it. Wait till after the voices are raised. Like,
yeah,
because once you instill fear in a female anyway, the fear is there.
yeah,
It's nothing that you can do to undo it because we're scared now. Because you hollered at, it goes
yeah,
from hollering to hitting, then to maybe stabbing or killing,
yeah,
choking.
yeah,
So yeah, we have to. But if I in this lifetime or the next, if I could save one girl,
yeah.
it's my
You got-
purpose.
yeah, yeah.
It's my
Oh,
purpose.
you just quoted word, baby. It say if
Mm.
you can help just one somebody, you have done your job.
That's it.
Helping two or three is the favor of God. You hear
That's
me?
it.
It's
That's
the
it.
favor of
That's
God.
it. Yeah,
All
just
right.
yes.
We gonna play rapid fire,
Okay.
and I don't want you to think about it. It's
Okay.
whatever comes to your mind. It's the
Oh
first
God.
answer, okay? And then
Okay.
after that, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes just to talk to the audience, and there may be
Okay.
some things that you want to put on their mind, some things we may not have touched that you want to make sure that they really get before we
Okay.
leave on tonight, okay?
Okay.
All right. So rapid fire got to be boom, 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 okay?
Okay. All right. Ugh.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Text or calling?
Text.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Dine in or take out?
Dine in.
You shower in the morning or at night?
Both.
Most used emoji that you use?
I don't know if I can say it on here. Okay.
Listen, we say we real. Say it. Say
A
it.
eggplant.
Yes, sir. Who you sending it to, girl? Now, the song you can't skip.
Monica. One in a lifetime.
Most rewatchable movie.
Anything lifetime.
Anything, girl? Ain't it the bomb? You hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Are you chronically early, on time, or late?
Late.
You said late. All right. Two more. We're going to
Okay.
switch it up. It's called
Okay.
Finish This Sentence, okay?
Okay.
The best way to bribe me is.
Food.
Come on, girl. See, where you been, twin? Give me some seafood, baby, and I'm locked
That's
in.
it.
Okay, finish this sentence. The worst advice I ever gotten was.
What goes on in this house stays in this house.
Whoop. That is good.
The
That's
worst.
good. That's good.
The worst. The
Yeah,
worst
that's
advice.
one that boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That older
Exactly.
generation, we got that bad. Well, go on in
Yes.
this house, stay in this house.
Go on this house, stay in this house.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
No.
Well, D, I want to give you the floor to give some last minute remarks, and so
Yes.
you can talk to the audience on tonight.
Um, I would just say to every female, every male, because male go through domestic violence too.
Yeah,
Um, be true to who you are. Don't change or switch up anything for nobody. Stay true to yourself. And if you find yourself in a position like mine, call me.
I know that's right.
Call me.
Yeah,
Because if I could save one, that's my will.
that's it. Say let
That's
that
my will.
let you be that one.
Let me be that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
be that one.
Well, Dee, thank you so much again, my friend. I love you.
I
I
love you
thank you
more.
that whenever I do call, you show up. And so
You
I'm
my baby
telling,
girl.
listen, I'm telling you, friend, again, I thank God for you. I thank God for your life. And I know that there is greatness that is in you,
Yes.
that is being birthed out of you. And I
Yes.
just want you to continue to keep going because people are looking at you and your strength and you
Yes.
being a survivor and not just being a survivor, but living.
Live it.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
there is a difference. We talk about that in church, but just
Yes.
living. And
My
so,
legacy will continue.
yes, ma'am. And I know being transparent but not naked and sharing your story is
Yes.
not easy, but I appreciate you
You're welcome.
sharing it with us and having confidence and faith in me that I'll
Yes.
handle you the correct way so
Yes, you
that
did.
you can be that impact for somebody else.
Most definitely.
Walking through the
Thank
fire community.
thank you
I
guys.
love y'all. I love you. Listen, if you want to follow me on any other social media platform, you can catch me at Facebook at Walking Through the Fire. I'm on Instagram, Anointed37, as well as TikTok, Crystal Majors 159, and especially
Yes.
YouTube at Walking Through the Fire LLC. Listen, catch me next Thursday. I will be out of town, but I think I'm gonna do what you do. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I might be here and I might not. Everybody got
I
to
know that's
unplug.
right.
Everybody
That's
got to
it. You
unplug every
do.
once in a
You
while.
do. You do.
And so that's why I
You
got
do.
this hat on, girl, because it's hair time. Okay. So,
Uh well, I thank you
so
for having me, friend. I love you so
listen,
much.
I thank you because I'm telling you, somebody's life will be changed after
Yes.
tonight.
Hope
Guys,
so.
until next week, I just want to tell you, may God keep you, may God cover you, and may God bless you. Everyone have a good evening.
You too. Okay, bye bye.